go to reparationsnowdoc.com. That's reparationsnowdoc.com. Also, check out the 2024 Reparations Manifestations Planner, available at Amazon. And while you're at Amazon, hit that affiliate link. It's free and helps to support what we're doing. As always, appreciate the support and thank you. Please like, share, and subscribe.
Okay. First of all, I'd like to thank all the news and everyone who came to support the Sacramento film industry and all that they do. We are asking for the city's ear to our complaints regarding the film commissioner, Jennifer West. We have over, 20, 30 people here today. We had about 60 to 80 on Saturday to discuss some of our concerns locally and how we can grow the film industry. My name is Rashid Sadiq. I'm just the voice of many here, and we're represented by writers, directors, actors, grip.
Is that good?
Am I saying that grips? All right, grips. As you see, I need education as well. So, but this is a great opportunity. We are also looking to build a film studio, Hollywood North, here in Sacramento. We are looking for support from the city of Sacramento, our city council, our mayor, our city manager, and our film commissioner. We have not gotten the support we need to move forward. We've actually gotten just the opposite. And so this is what brings us here today. I want to actually have a few folks speak on their experience with Jennifer West. And the first person I'd like to bring up is Nick Leisure, who's a local film producer and writer.
Well, first off, thank you guys for coming out here today to support. My biggest thing is I just want to bring some filmmakers together in Sacramento and be able to keep shooting my films here in Sacramento. I've had numerous issues with the film commissioner on the last two productions that I shot here in Sacramento where she's tried to shut down my productions. But I'm here to be positive today. I'm part of the Hollywood North project too at Cal Expo, so that project is still moving along. and moving forward. So I just want everybody to be supportive and know that we are pushing this as far as we can right now, and we're addressing this issue today with the film commissioner too. So you want to talk, Russ?
Sure. My name is Russ Wailuda. I own a nice building on Del Paso Boulevard. And in fact, the only 2 movies made in Sacramento last year were made in my building as their home base. So that was including Nick, who filmed part of Golden, and then Robert Craig, who filmed No Address in my building. So you would think that maybe, since they both got permits, and that I am also the person who is heading up the building of the studio in Cal Expo, that maybe Jennifer West would stop by and say hello. Did I ever hear from her? No. The only 2 movies made in the city were made in my building, and she didn't come by and say hello, even though we had permits from her. We're trying to build a studio for filming in Cal Expo. That will earn the city, or we will we'll spend in excess of $200 million to start. Did she stop by and say hello? Can she stop by and say I'm supportive? Could she stop by and say, gee, this is a good thing, how can I help? Not one word. So that's my feeling, and I think some of the other people here, is that we need somebody in the position of the film manager of Sacramento that actually knows something about movies, actively brings movies to the city. And as I said, the only 2 movies made in Sacramento last year were centered in my building. And yet, what's her job? Her job is bring movies to Sacramento. Do we know that she's even brought one? No. Does she even call and say, hey, let's help, let's get together, let's work together, let's make movies better? No, not a word. Not a word. So I'm in favor of the signs. If we don't know anything about her and she hasn't come to support a $200 million project in Cal Expo that will also create between 5,000 and 7,000 good-paying jobs in the city of Sacramento, we need to find somebody who's willing to do that. So I'm turning it back to my friend Rashid.
Thank you. So right now, this is an old issue with Jennifer West. She's actually said some things, and I want to bring Liz. She's a community advocate, and she actually helped in 2021.
Yeah, hi everyone. My name is Liz Kim. I'm the founder of Organized Voices, one of the advocates that was on the legal team assessing this case back in 2021. So when we were initially looking over the facts, this case is pretty simple. It really just comes down to failed leadership. So Jennifer West is an at-will employee and is an appointed position. So the city council has every right within their authority to terminate this person based on the conduct that we saw. So I think that should be no question about the actions that should be taken in this case. The city should be reflective of the leadership here that's needed during a time when racial discrimination is absolutely not allowed to be tolerated all over the country. So the city of Sacramento should set an example by not tolerating this behavior. So it's just that simple. The racial slurs that were involved, the discrimination, the interruption to the business, the hurt and the damage it does to the film community, the art and film that's being created here by Nick Leisure and his team, and all other teams. It does not encourage business coming to Sacramento, and City Council should recognize that and take action swiftly and immediately, and not have this drag on, because this was back in 2021. Here we are, 2024. We're waiting for action, and we're done with waiting. So, thank you.
Thank you, Liz. What Liz was referring to was a 2021 case where Nick spent time with the Grant High School students, teaching them film editing, the production of films, and he had the plan to produce a film on campus. and there was a conflict with Jennifer West whether or not he should have a $100 permit or not. And he had it worked out with Twin Rivers School District and the principal to film the film there. He had spent already, I think, about $15,000 just to get everything together, and at the day of shoot was unable to shoot. And many students from my alumni, Grant High School, lost an opportunity because Jennifer West interfered with a film that they would have been able to participate in. So we have about 50 to 60 students who are disappointed, and the film then was moved over thanks to Councilmember Eric Guerrera found a location within 4 days to make this film happen at El Camino High School. And her response to Nick was, go back to Mexico. So that's how I got involved, because of my association with Grant High School and my association with the principal. And so this is not about us or them, but really about we and the collective. And we're trying to grow this industry here in Sacramento for everyone to benefit, not just the ones behind us, but also for youth who are coming up. There's opportunity for training, there's opportunity for jobs, there's opportunity just to get exposure. And so we want the talent to stay here. And so these folks behind me, they have to go to LA, they have to go to Austin, Atlanta, Canada, Mexico, just to get films produced. We want those films to be done here. Come over here, sir, if you want to talk about it. Yeah, don't be a backbiter. Come on up. Come on, introduce yourself. Okay. Come on. See, that's how Jennifer West supporters act. So they've threatened Nick. Also, they've also threatened him, and they've asked him to make sure he protects himself when he goes out on the street. So we will do that, and we will make sure that he is protected. And so we just want to make sure that we have someone that's going to be that's going to bring folks together and not be disruptive. How you doing, sir?
I'm good. Was that an actual thing to come over? Or
yeah, come on over.
No, can I to speak, or was that just?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, this is a support.
Hi, my name is Diodonis Moquette. So a little bit about me. I am a filmmaker, local in Sacramento. Had a rough start. Grew up with a family from Inglewood, and had to start my way up as a production assistant, all the way up to directing and producing. So. I know a lot, thank you. Appreciate that. So, I know a lot about hard work. And I am here today to say that Nick Leisure is not a hard worker. No. So little that he doesn't know about. Thank you for letting me speak. I appreciate that. So little thing that he probably doesn't know. We actually have spoken before. You've given me a job. There we go, right? We're getting closer to it, right? Yeah, we're getting close to it. So he gave me a job on his set the day before we were supposed to start shooting. I reached out to him to figure out where we're supposed to go for set, because typically on a typical set, if you were organized in your actual set, you're supposed to send out something called a call sheet. And so he didn't send out a call sheet, reached out to him, and he informed me that he was lowering the price that he was going to give to me, which is kind of against, typically what you're trying to do if you're really trying to support black creators, which I really kind of felt bad about. But I'm very happy that we do have a lot of, black people here today, which I really do support, which is great, which is fantastic. Strike number 2 for me with Nick Leisure was that I actually had a family member who offered to utilize their location for Nick Leisure.
West, we want to hear about Jennifer West.
I thought you asked if it was okay for me to speak here. Oh, so it's not, so you were lying.
No, I'm not.
Okay, cool, let me continue. So like I was saying, Nick Leisure also utilized one of my family's locations, ended up extorting them. So he only paid for a couple of days for them to use a location, and then didn't pay for the other days. And when the owner, my uncle, tried to get him to pay for the rest of the days, he brought up a very strong person next to him and said that he wasn't doing just that. So I think that if someone is really about supporting the community, if someone's really about supporting minorities, that they wouldn't be taking the opportunities away from minorities in the first place. So that is what I'm saying. So yeah, thank you. Yes. Also too, the statement that Jennifer West said. Oh, so you're not here?
Yeah, I wanted you to hear about Jennifer West.
Real quick, okay. We understand that there's Jennifer West people back here, but I mean, you gotta tell the truth. You gotta speak the truth. The owner of the location that we shot at on this production is standing right here. Okay, this is the location we shot at right here. So I've never met this guy before, which is pretty funny, but you know, it is what it is.
Hey, I'd like to say something. My name is Jeffrey Powell. I'm a filmmaker. I'm an advocate in the world of social services, sit on the CCJBH collaborative when it comes to reentry, social justice, ACLU. I can sit here and say I've had bad experiences on set and I've had good experiences on set. Some of the people that are not supportive of this individual and or this filming community I've worked with. Some I like, some I've had good interactions, some I've had bad. I can only tell you coming into the industry, grinding out 8 or 10K a month, being introduced to certain associations, and if you can see it right there, that's part of the problem. I love this guy, but part of the problem is the inner fighting, the accusations. I worked with Diodonis Marquette. I witnessed him go up to Jennifer West, say, "Can I get money because I'm black?" What the? I was in the room at the CFAA. You asked for that because you're black. Then there was, he did say that. There was a grant that was issued culturally, linguistically, that he was given. Then Nick Anderson came and got grants and then hired him back on that same grant money. It's the truth. I stand for integrity and honor with everybody and have no stake in it. You still owe me money from an event that I worked with you.
So today.
Yeah, you're a liar, bro.
Okay.
You're the one that uses your race to elevate yourself. You're a piece of shit.
Yes. Okay. Go ahead.
It sounds like you guys got the needed permits. You shot the movies. Why do you even need her?
We need her because we need folks who will be positive, will help movies to be produced. Even the last movie that he filmed on Del Paso Boulevard, it was a rumor that it was live ammo, guns on the set, which was not true. Police were called. Disruption. He actually lost $150,000 from the grant move. And that's the city's entire budget for the year for films and grants. So that's why we need somebody in leadership, because it costs investors money, it costs time, it's a hindrance to production. So we need folks with leadership and vision and not conflict.
And so it sounds like you have the backing for that movie studio to rebuild Cal Expo. Is it a matter of getting support from the city? Because it sounds like the money is there, right?
Well, we would like the city, we're not using city money, but we would like the city to talk positive about our project, to not talk negative. And that's what was happening with Jennifer West. She was going around town making false accusations about where the project was. So it would scare other investors away.
I do have a question.
Yes.
These complaints, these complaints were made to who? And did anyone, respond and say anything? Because, like Liz said, this thing been going on
Right.
about 3-4 days.
So which I think all of the press have is the documentation, emails, Facebook, and Jennifer West's own words about what she would do or would not do in regards to Nick and having permits, going back to Mexico. She actually broke COVID protocols during the pandemic, which he paid $30,000 to be a part of this program to make sure everybody was under COVID protocol, just to get a picture with Brian Austin Green without a mask, and she posted it on her Facebook. And so she broke her own rules coming onto the set without having the proper COVID checks. So this is the kind of things that have been going on. And Nick is probably in a different tax bracket than I, but 150,000, I wouldn't be able to absorb that. And we haven't even asked the city to repay it. We just asked for an apology back in 2021. We couldn't get an apology. We got no response from the mayor. We got no response from the city manager. But it was found that she was inappropriate. And so that was the email that we got from HR from the city. So those were the results of the findings for Jennifer West. Yes, sir.
Has Jennifer West responded any time to the information you presented on Saturday and on today? Has anybody from her boss, have they responded at all?
So I'm glad you asked that. Now, Megan, her boss, showed up on Saturday. And she sat in the hot seat and took the questions that came in from the audience. It wasn't just Nick, it was everyone that was in the audience. And so these folks weren't here in the back. They were up at Folsom holding another event in support of her. But they didn't speak up. So, okay. All right, so anyway. So Megan spoke up, and she has been talking to myself. Her and I have been going back and forth, and they are looking for resolve. The mayor reached out today and said he would like to meet with us on Friday at 4 o'clock to see if we can figure out a way that we can go forward. We're asking for a resignation, and at the least, asking for her to be moved in a different department.
And if that doesn't happen?
And if that doesn't happen, then we'll go to the next steps that we will do as organizers. Any other questions?
So people are probably asking, thinking, Nick has an issue with Jennifer West. Is there other filmmakers that have experienced similar or similar examples?
Yes, there's been.
Do they want to talk today?
Do we have Martin? Well, we have a few folks who couldn't make it today, but few have gotten calls in the middle of the night, drunk calls from Jennifer West. There's also been issues with the festivals that have been going on. There's been divisive talk between the groups. As you see here, great leadership would bring these guys together and make sure that they are able to talk and produce together, because we're stronger as a unit and not divided. And there's also one other thing I want to clear up. Darius Henson, who's the principal of Grant High School, and he and I graduated together from Grant. He went through all the protocols for Twin Rivers, and it has been said that he had a misstep, and that is not true. And I want to clear up his name, because he is one of the great products of Del Paso Heights and a principal of Grant High School, and he loves the kids, and he actually brought Nick in for this opportunity for the kids to work with him, because of all the things that Nick is doing and the film production program that they have there at Grant. So I just want to make sure we clear his name and make sure that he's able to go forward without any kind of issues. Anybody else? And thank you, Daryl Collins, for showing up. And he's running for a council member of District 2 as well. So he's here in support. And we actually agreed with the mayor. Well, we accommodated him by not going into council today. Our point today was to come in and actually do a public comment. But since they had other things going on, we set aside and decided to meet with him on Friday. This is Daryl Collins. I think he wants to say something.
Hello all, Daryl Collins. I'm running for Sacramento District 2 Council. I look at circumstances I hear here. Most definitely my main objective is to engage and empower our community. And we need to do that by coming together. We understand there's issues with the film industry. It has affected our people, our young folks, and we need to correct that. There was also issues with music industry. My son's producer. I have 2 sons, I have a bunch of sons, but we have a lot of music experts, professionals, that we have not had the support there neither. My son had a group, Prototype. We opened up for the Black Eyed Peas, open tour here in Sacramento. No support from Sacramento community. With the newspapers, council, no support. So I'm most definitely an advocate for getting our support we need, and I believe most definitely that the community and their voice has the power to make the change.
So with that, if anyone else would like to say anything, if there's information that you would like to get further, I'm sure these folks would be open to be interviewed and you can hear it from their voices. I'm just an advocate, but they do all the hard work day to day, and these are the artists, the writers, the directors, the musicians. We have a few musicians here today, and I'm glad to see you guys here. So I think we are done unless we have any other questions from media. Good? All right, thank you.